At GiveSI, our nonprofit interviews, this is one of the best times for us to be able to share a little bit of information about what local nonprofits are doing in the community. And if you missed it, we just announced on WSIL what our new goal is for this year. So definitely
we shouldn't
check
say
that
it.
out.
We shouldn't say it. We should make them go to
What
the
was it going
WSIL.
to?
Yeah, don't say it.
I'm not.
Don't say it. They got to go to WSIL.
So go to WSIL and check that out and see what the new goal is.
It's amazing. It's huge. It's big.
It is.
It's a lot of money.
It's exciting. Exciting things happening. But we also are ready to talk to our next guest. And so we're back doing the interviews. We have Carrie Vine with us from Rainbow Cafe, and I know you have a lot going on, so I want to give you as much time as we can to really talk about the organization and the impact you're having in the community.
Well, thank you so much for having me. Yes, we do have quite a few things going on, different things, all age ranges. And where do you want me to start?
Well, I think where are you raising money for? Is there anything specifically that you're raising or allocating funds for this campaign?
Yes. For this campaign specifically, we have kind of leaped off the edge of the abyss, I guess you could say, to get into more clinical work as far as more mental health counseling and those kinds of things. I'm a social worker by trade. And one of the things that we have seen a lot of within our community is a lack of services for LGBTQ youth, LGBTQ people in general, for counseling, mental health services, those kinds of things. So we are looking at taking on a new project and doing counseling services and working on expanding that way and kind of having more clinical services in the building right next door to us, and then also then have our big community services in our building that we currently have. So with those kinds of services, of course, there's a lot of overhead trying to get things up and moving and going. So it's kind of a big process to do all of it. And yeah, so all these funds will start that.
When do you have a timeline of when you're hoping to be able to start these programs in the area?
We're hoping to kind of start the process in January or February, and then hopefully by summer. I mean, realistically, because it takes a while to get everybody credentialed and get the insurance, and we definitely want to make sure we're going to be able to take Medicaid, which is a big thing that's near and dear to my heart, to make sure everybody can be served. Not just those with private insurance or that are able to pay, that are able to pay out of pocket. So it'll be probably realistically the summer, June or July, before we're able to start seeing clients regularly that are insurance based.
So Carrie, tell us a little bit more about your kind of overall broader mission.
Sure. Well, our broader mission, we started off, I think everybody knows our story, that we started off as just a youth drop-in center for LGBTQ youth as a safe place. That's where Rainbow Cafe came from. It was actually two youth came up with that name. Youth in the program came up with that name as a kind of a secret. They didn't really want people to know where it was, and it kind of was a secret. You kind of had to know where it was to get people to go. And now, we're middle of town with big rainbow awning. You can't really miss us now. So we've really expanded. We have services for youth, for big community services, family services. We're starting tutoring services this week. We're starting tutoring services. Actually, and that wasn't even our idea. It came from a college student that reached out to us, and they wanted to do tutoring. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's a fabulous idea. So we were like, yes, let's go with it. And it's gotten great response. And so I'm really looking forward to having a lot of students in there often, and expanding maybe even more to like 2 days a week or 3 days a week or whatever is needed. And then we are doing more community services now than ever, as far as just general community services. Like we even have queer movie night where people can come and just watch a movie. They can pay what they can get snacks and drinks served for whatever they have. Like if it's just a few pennies, they can come and watch the movie, or if it's, $5 and they can contribute that, that's fine too. We've also expanded more of our medical services. We have community health workers that we're hoping to do transgender medical case management. We do HIV testing and prevention and all those kinds of things as well. So
for people that aren't familiar, that might be listening, where are you located, and who can use your services?
We are located at 118 North Illinois Avenue. As I said earlier,
In Carbondale.
In Carbondale, yes, thank you. You can't really miss us. We have no boundaries as far as who can come see us and get our services. We had a meal. We had like a Thanksgiving meal this past Friday, and we had people that came from Jackson, Missouri, to come and eat with us. Because chosen family, it's a big thing within the queer community of having chosen family versus those family that are blood relatives. Because a lot of queer people, especially LGBTQ youth, are pushed out of their homes. Those kinds of things. So you have a big thing about chosen family. It's a big thing. So we had about 100 people that came to eat with us, and people from all over Southern Illinois and even Missouri, and I think one person was from Kentucky. So yeah.
I think it's obviously we think of Thanksgiving and most people think, traditional. Having been a military person, I know a little bit about being away from family and having kind of the chosen family in that aspect of just like in doing that. But when you're in the States or when you're in a community, and if you everybody wants to have a good meal, especially on Thanksgiving. Like I'm a big fan of that, but I know that not everybody gets that opportunity, and a lot of it's about just how being different can change that. When Thanksgiving's about what? Coming together as a family, whatever that looks like, a chosen family, and sit down at a table, break bread, enjoy it, smiles, laughter, games. Everybody deserves to have that every day, but especially on that Thanksgiving. Well, that's great. 100 families. That's
about 100 people. Yeah. But as far as our location, I'm sorry, I kind of.
Oh no, that's okay.
We are at 118 North Illinois Avenue, kind of just a little bit past the strip, the main strip, but we are still on the main strip, right across from the pavilion in the square, in the Carbondale Square. So,
well, I think it's incredible because that's a large service area, right? So it's incredible that you're able to, work with families and people in all different parts of, we always talk a lot about Southern Illinois, but your impact is actually broader than that. So
right. And we even have outreach services. We go to Anna once a month. Our youth programming coordinator goes to Anna once a month to do services. We're opening services in Benton very soon with the help of Stress and Trauma Treatment Center. So we're going to be kind of all over. We're hoping to get to Marion soon. We're Chester, just kind of different areas to wherever we can go, because we try to meet people where they are. So especially high school youth, transportation is a huge issue. So we're trying to get there versus having to make them come to us for services.
So what are the things you're most excited about? What do you have going on what are your top 3 or 5 things that are going to have a huge impact in the community? What are those things for you?
I mean, they just fed 100 people for Thanksgiving. That's pretty big.
It is, but they have so many things going on. And so I just wanted to give you an opportunity to, kind of highlight what each of those are.
For me, I feel like the counseling services that we're going to be able to offer soon is going to just really make a big impact. For me, when we look at trying to impact the individuals, that is we have so many youth just slipping through the cracks of needing just that one person to talk to. That one supportive person. And our school counselors, they're overloaded. They don't have the resources to see all the people, all the students within their scope. So I'm really looking forward to being able to do that. Our transgender case management services, we have people coming here from out of state all the time, looking for safe spaces to live. Illinois is receiving a huge influx of people that need health services because they're not legally able to do things in other states, whether it's receiving gender affirming care or simply using the restroom in other places. So we're looking forward to those services as well.
So sometimes in some of these nonprofits, it's hard to connect with people and it's hard for them to understand the missions and the goals. What do you want to say to people out there that don't really understand what you're really trying to do, and how do you connect with people? Obviously, I always love these types of days because I learn, right? And so how do you get out there and teach people? How do you learn people, let them know who you are? How do you do that to get out to the actual community to break down walls?
Sure. Our biggest thing is if anybody's curious, come and talk to me. I'm always an open book. I'm at the Rainbow Cafe. Our office hours are Tuesday through Friday, 1 to 5. I'm happy to always talk to somebody. I'm always happy to do education. I do a ton of outreach and give presentations to different people, different organizations. And it's really a matter of education. And it's nothing more than just being kind and just having an understanding and acceptance of everyone. That's all it is.
Well, I hope you raise the money for the counseling. Obviously, I'm sure COVID didn't help with some of that issues either. And probably you were able to find the resources to say, this is something growing. We need to look at this. And instead of just saying, looking, you're like, we got to do something. And instead of waiting, you're like, we got to get out there, raise money. And I'm a big advocate of counseling for anybody and everybody, just because nobody should be going through anything emotionally alone. They need to have at least someone that is educated and responsible and can guide them in a safe and healthy way moving forward. So I wish you the best. And so I hope everybody that's listening, that is connecting with this, will find a way in their hearts to donate, and we could make that happen for you. I would love for summer, but I know you're going to be waiting on Medicaid no matter how much money you receive, right? But I think that's amazing that you're going. So in the meantime, let's take that off your plate. Let's help the Rainbow Cafe and Carrie have at least the funds ready to go, and that way they can offer these services to everybody else.
Absolutely. Well, and thank you so much. Yes.
No problem. And I know this isn't the only fundraiser that you do. So we hope that this just becomes part of that total fundraising goal for you. So when you're ready to donate, look for the Rainbow Cafe on our list of nonprofits. Make sure you take a look at their mission, which will be listed on there, and make that donation, because it's so important for this community, for the impact that they have. And so thank you, Carrie, so much for being here and telling us a little bit about what you've got going on. Definitely stay up to date on Facebook, because I know you guys have a lot of different things that you post there. So for more information, people can definitely reach out to you, look for the Facebook page, and then hopefully make that donation as well.
Yep. And we have a little thing going on at the Lights Fantastic before and after the parade. We'll have cookies and stuff, and we have a live band in the back and everything else. A new band called Temporary Satisfaction is going to be playing before and after the parade. If people want to come and check it out, our new space, because we've done a lot of renovations to the old trophy shop. So
nice.
Yeah.
That's great. And also, real quick, feeding people at Christmas time.
Yes, we have an event called Queermas, which is going to be, we have a potluck, but we also have stuff being catered into to kind of bolster the potluck. So yes, absolutely.
So don't spend Christmas alone. You got an opportunity.
Absolutely not.
Got a place to go. Be safe, have fun, and be with other people.
Absolutely. Yep. Games, fun stuff. Yep.
All right.
Thank
Good
you,
luck.
Carrie.
All right. Thank you so much.